I come tonight basically not as a preacher, because the more that I study the Word of God, the more that I realize I don't know the Word of God. And basically, I don't come tonight as a teacher either, because I do have 3 older brothers that can testify to the fact that their little sister does some pretty dumb things at times. But if there would be one title that I would carry forth through life and feel most comfortable with, it would be that as a witness. I have been profoundly deaf since the age of 18 months. And during the course of my journeys of my travels, I have used my eyes to behold the majestic beauty of His splendor. I have used my eyes to see the miraculous deeds that the great Lord has done, not only in my life, but in the lives of His people everywhere. So I feel very comfortable to claim that title as a witness. Tonight, the story that you're about to hear is true. The names have not been changed to protect the innocent. Why? We're all guilty of something at one time or another. But I've always told the story for 2 reasons, and 2 reasons only. First and foremost, for the glory of God. And secondly, for the hope of His people. This is the story. At the age of 18 months, I'm a typical normal hearing child. It's early evening and I'm watching TV with my 3 older brothers. On a given moment, I run up to that television and I turn up the knob full blast. That really gets my brothers' attention. They run up to the television and turn the knob down. I turn it up, they turn it down, I turn it up. Well, let's face it, it didn't take Mom and Dad long to run in to find out what all the racket was about. They took one look at me and they thought that I was getting tired and cranky, and that it was time to put me to bed. That night, when my parents tucked me into bed, neither of them realized that it would be the very first long, silent night of the rest of my life. It wasn't until the next morning, as my mom was talking, sounds were going off, she realized I was totally oblivious to my surroundings. She grew concerned and called our neighbor, who was a nurse. After a lot of discussion on the phone, I was placed in the car and rushed to the hospital. There, the doctors examined me and turned to my mother and said those words that would follow her the rest of her life. There's no hearing there. She's profoundly deaf.